Hello. I want to welcome everyone to our 2020 Malcolm Bridge Middle School Digital Honors Program. Today, we'll have the privilege of recognizing students for specific accomplishments from this past year. With so many incredible students, I wish we could recognize everyone. I want to thank our students for their hard work and dedication you've continued to show throughout the year, and especially over the last several weeks. I want to be sure to thank our staff members who put this program together and try to make it as special as we could, knowing that we cannot be in person. But students, we hope that you enjoy it nonetheless. I want to congratulate these students that we're about to recognize. Malcolm Bridge is a better place because of your kindness, commitment, and leadership. Go Bolts.
I am Mrs. Johnston and will be presenting the first part of our Connections Awards. For Introduction to Secure Information Systems, Mrs. Dorsey would like to recognize Keaton Strickland and Crenshaw Hallback. For Band, Mr. York would like to recognize Reagan Heron and Nathan Lanier. For Chorus, Mr. Ronte would like to recognize Kingsley Mashburn and Sam Seward. For Drama, Mr. Ronte would like to recognize Reese Edwards and Turner Teach. For Art, I would like to recognize Maddox Bryce and Justin Wise. For Spanish, Mrs. Howarth would like to recognize Kinsley Self and Ian Montgomery. For the Chess Club, Mrs. Howarth would like to recognize Sam Seward, who tied for third overall ranked chess club member. For Ag Tech, Mr. Walker recognizes Madeline Terwilliger and Autumn Blackwell.
I'm Lisa Boyd Thomas, and I will be presenting the final part of our Connections Awards. For Family and Consumer Sciences, Ms. Hester recognizes Josie Nix and Cameron Rollins. For Careers, Mr. Ventura recognizes Sarah Carey and Elizabeth Whitehead. For Math Connections, Mrs. McWhorter would like to recognize Andrea Tejada and Maddie Bond. For Speech and Debate, Mrs. Stice recognizes Jaron Anderson and Elise Jordan. For PE and Health, Coach Slover recognizes Bryce Franklin. For PE and Health, Coach Wells recognizes Hazel Bean and Rayleigh Hidalgo Lopez. Also for PE and Health, Coach Riddell recognizes Taylor Dillard and Danielle Ferrando. For ESOL, Mrs. Allen would like to recognize Chris Lee and Rayleigh Hidalgo Lopez. For Math 180, Mrs. Hawkins would like to recognize Caitlin Adams and Wade Parnell. For Read 180, I would like to recognize Victoria Yang and Drew Waters.
I'm Mrs. Chambers, and I will be presenting the Math Awards. For Math, I recognize Catherine McGough and Luke Ely. Mrs. Gooch recognizes Angie Hetzko and Ben Baker. Ms. Stevens recognizes Charity Lawhead and Will Morgan. Ms. Medford recognizes Gabe Pameo. I am Miss Norton, and I will be presenting our 6th grade ELA awards. For language arts, Miss Christopher would like to recognize Sarah Bennett and Drew Waters. Miss Crow would like to recognize Madeline Hayes and Patrick Elliott. I recognize the work of Ingrid Smith and Caleb Streeter. Mr. Shermer would like to recognize Emma Grace Ball.
I am Mrs. Hefner, and I will be presenting the Science Awards. For science, I recognize the work of Eric Torres and Reagan Heron. Mr. Grassmeyer recognizes the work of Ella Rutherford and Darian Elder. Mrs. Rogers recognizes the work of Ingrid Smith and Landon Dykes. And Mrs. Medford recognizes the work of Ellen Pasternak.
I'm Mr. Bast, and I'll be presenting the Social Studies Awards. For Social Studies, I recognize the work of Addison Chihuahua and Jackson Wells. Ms. Glass recognizes Jaron Anderson and Garrison McElroy. Ms. Milford recognizes Allison Greer and Bryant McCants. Mr. Shermer recognizes Cliff Nelson.
Hi, I'm Miss Madison, one of the 6th grade counselors, and I will be presenting the Digital Learning Stars Award. With an unexpected change in our school year, MBMS would like to recognize some students who have risen to the challenge of distance learning. These students have consistently worked on digital learning assignments and continued their academic growth despite these new circumstances. We are all very proud of how hard these students have worked during this time at home. We would like to recognize Nathan Sarmiento from Ms. Gooch's class, Ella Rittinger from Mr. Bass' class, Mavis Jones from Ms. Chambers, Izzy Allen for Ms. Stevens, Mason Pilcher for Ms. Medford, Haley Waters for Ms. Milford, Scarlett Harris for Ms. Hefner, Shemaya Semendi in Ms. Glass's class, Sutton Zoki for Coach Rudell, Leslie Bradley for Miss Rogers, Luke Ely for Mr. Shermer. Miss Christopher would like to recognize Lily Goins. Macy Wilson is recognized by Miss Crow. Ellery Hatcher is recognized by Miss Norton. Andrea Tejada for Miss Dupree. Olivia Maddox for Miss Knox. Maddie Thompson for Miss Hawkins. Mary Claxton is recognized by Miss Dorsey. Jay Brislin by Mr. York, Whit Bynum by Mr. Ronte, and Sean Cannon also by Mr. Ronte. Shay Verstrati, recognized by Miss Johnston. Santi Clemente Valero is recognized by Miss Howarth. Allison Greer is recognized by Mr. Walker. Madeline Hayes is recognized by Miss Hester. Chris Lee is recognized both by Miss Allen and Coach Ventura. Ariana Aguiniga Reyes is recognized by Ms. McWhorter, Lucy Wages for Ms. Stice, Jackson Wells for Coach Slover, Luke Burnett for Coach Wells, Alex Rainey is recognized by Mr. Grassmeyer, and Drew Waters is recognized by Mrs. Boyd Thomas. Congratulations.
I'm Ms. Crow, and I will be presenting the Young Georgia Authors Award. From the Department of Education, the Young Georgia Authors Writing Contest encourages students to develop enthusiasm for and expertise in their writing, provides a context to celebrate writing success, and recognizes students' achievements in arts and academics. The competition has been engaging Georgia students for more than 2 decades. We would like to recognize Rachel Lee as our 6th grade winner, and she also won at the county level. Congratulations, Rachel.
Adventure Club is a relatively new club from Malcolm Ridge Middle School. This year, we had 15 creative students from all 3 grade levels learning about engineering and design process. In January, students competed locally for the chance to represent our school at the state competition sponsored by Georgia Tech. Several teams advanced this year, including a 6th grade team. This team, Gasket Attack, worked to solve problems with new front-loading washing machines collecting mold. Malcolm Ridge would like to recognize the Gasket Attack team. The team members are Akshat Biswal in 8th grade, collaborating with Zachary Zhang and Sam Seward from 6th grade. We congratulate your inventiveness, your research, and your ability to pitch your design.
The National Geographic Bee is an annual competition designed to inspire and reward students' curiosity about the world. Students in grade 4 through 8 from nearly 10,000 schools across the United States competed in the 2020 National Geographic Bee for a chance to win college scholarships and the glory of being the National Geographic Bee champion. In January, we had over 45 students participate in the MBMS school-wide Geography Bee. Our final 3 students made it through multiple rounds of very difficult questions. 8th grade students Anyi Lin and Amy Sean were runners-up this year, and 6th grade student Tucker Lambert was our school-wide winner. Tucker also qualified for the statewide Geography Bee, which was unfortunately canceled due to COVID-19. Please join me in congratulating these students on this excellent accomplishment.
My name is Lisa Vaughn, and I serve as an assistant principal at Malcolm Ridge Middle School. We are happy to present our students receiving the All A's Award for this school year. Students earning this award achieved a Year 1 average of 90 or above in ELA, math, science, and social studies. This is certainly an accomplishment that requires much effort and devotion. We are proud of the following students and congratulate them on this achievement. We are very fortunate to be affiliated with our local Lions Club for the next award. The Lions Club mission statement is to empower volunteers, to serve their communities, meet humanitarian needs, encourage peace, and promote international understanding through Lions Club. This year's Most Improved Award goes to a student that has become a leader amongst his peers. He is kind and respectful at all times, and he always has wanted to succeed in school. He asks questions, he works hard, and he stays organized. What makes this student a perfect candidate for the Most Improved is his growth in self-confidence. He does the extra work, puts in the hours of studying, and he checks in with his teachers to see if he can improve. Throughout the year, we have seen the student grow from a reserved student questioning his ability to a confident student taking pride in his ability. With his self-belief, nothing can stop the student from achieving whatever he sets his mind to. The sixth grade teachers are pleased to recognize Darian Elder as our Most Improved student. We are all very proud of what Darian has accomplished this year, and we will be supporting all of his future successes.
I'm Christy Rogers, and I'm presenting one of our 2 Heart and Soul Awards. This award is presented to 2 students that embody the spirit of Malcolm Bridge and what we as teachers can only hope that all of our students strive to be. Our first Heart and Soul recipient embodies many characteristics of a good citizen. She is delightful, generous, and kind. She arrives to class daily with a wonderful attitude and a smile that lights up the room like a ray of sunshine. She is creative when problem solving and ready to help others when they need it. She is always willing to help out in any way she can, and she doesn't let obstacles define who she is. She is ambitious and a role model for adults and students. Please join me in congratulating Nellie Carroll as one of our 2020 Malcolm Bridge Middle School Heart and Soul recipients.
I'm Mrs. Stevens, and I am presenting our second Heart and Soul Award. This recipient exudes kindness. He truly cares for others and shows his thoughtfulness in a way that is not obvious to the rest of the class. He is quick to encourage his classmates, praises them for their accomplishments, and feels joy when others succeed. Leadership displays itself in many ways. This student leads by quiet example, not to get praise from others, but because it's the right thing to do. Others follow his positive example. Please join me in congratulating Julian Walker as the other middle school Heart and Soul recipient.
I'm Teresa Norton, and I will be presenting our first Class Act Award for 6th grade here at MBMS. Class Act is defined as a person displaying impressive and stylish excellence. These 2 students have been able to show not only these skills, but many more in and outside of the classroom. Words described by the first Class Act Award recipients' teachers are dedicated, hardworking, always willing to help, and respectful to others. This individual is responsible, and she is the first to volunteer her time and efforts to help her classmates and teachers whenever she can. You can always find her dressed up for every Spirit Day and wanting to participate in school-wide activities. Each day, she serves as a consistent example of kindness, respect, and leadership for all of us at MBMS. This student is active both in and outside of school, plays community lacrosse, and plays soccer for Oconee Football Club. She also served as one of the managers for the MBMS girls soccer team during the 2020 season. For these reasons and more, she is most deserving of this award. The first recipient of this year's Class Act Award is Ellen Pasternak.
Hi, I'm Mr. Bast, and I'm presenting the next Class Act Award. The next Class Act Award recipient embodies all the ideals that MBMS upholds. This student shows up every day to school prepared and with such a positive attitude. He displays hard work and determination every day in the classroom, but always with a smile on his face. He has so many great qualities both as a person and a student, but his most appreciated quality of all is the amount of respect that he demonstrates at school. He is respectful and kind when talking to teachers and other students, and he is truly a role model for his peers. This student serves as both manager for the MBMS football team and as student council representative for his homeroom, which represents his dedication not only to MBMS, but also to his schoolwork. Jackson Wells is deserving of this award because he defines kindness, respect, and leadership.
My name is Jordan Gooch, and I have the distinct privilege of presenting the MBMS Scholar Award. The MBMS Scholar Award is given each year to the student with the highest overall academic average. This is an exceptional accomplishment considering the strength of this group of students. The young woman receiving this award not only has a natural intelligence, but a great work ethic. She is a true scholar. She loves learning not only to show competency on assessments, but also because she wants to grow her mind. Our scholar student this year boasts a remarkable average of 98.625. Congratulations to our MBMS scholar for the 2019-2020 school year, Yuan Chang.
It is my privilege to announce the sixth grade Principals Award winner. This year's winner is known for being accepting of others, positive, dependable, and outgoing. Additionally, he is always willing to participate in classroom activities and activities outside of school. He is well liked by all his peers. It's my honor this year to present the sixth grade Principals Award to Mr. Luke Burnett. As we close out today's program, I want to thank again all of you for an incredible school year. As I close out my first year at Malcolm Bridge, I want each of you to know how special all of you are, and specifically, how fortunate I am to support you as principal. I hope you have a safe and a great summer break. Again, go Bulls.